this thing collectively, right, is being shown to us, divine to us, protected through the energy and interconnectedness that we share with every divine being here on the planet. Welcome in, Earth Angel Tribe. First card to drop out after I've cleared out this deck is Lightworker. So do be aware that this is why you are here, okay? You are of the light. You are light. You see other light beings. You're here to work your energy. Let's dive into some juiciness today. So today I was told by our spirit guides and ancestors that we are having a message definitely about the energy that's coming in for you, for the help and divine protection that's been provided by those who has come before you. So let's tap into it. So I have 3 decks that have called out today. We're going to be definitely working with the Tarot deck, as well as the Isis Oracle deck, as well as the Chosen Ones 144 Maji got the T deck. Let's tap in. Yes, I love to get on these very early morning when my children are still asleep. So if you're a parent, you totally understand what that is all about. And much love and kudos to you. Let's tap in. 333 has definitely been a huge number of resonance for me this week. So Spirit wanted me to make sure that I do mention that. So who are we speaking to here? We've already been able to gain light worker out of the deck as I was cleansing it coming on. You are a generational curse breaker. So your ancestors are here to tremendously guide you into clearing, accessing. So clearing would be clearing the energies that they couldn't while they were here, clearing these generational traumas, clearing these generational patterns, right? But then also accessing, so being able to be initiated into certain paths, certain lifestyles, certain understandings of this earth school that they weren't able to, possibly by way of distraction, possibly by way of not being able to heal their traumas. Okay, we have Starseed jumping out of the deck. Okay, you are a starseed, and you may connect with starseeds from, there's so many different lineages. You would have to definitely look into where you feel most divinely connected and called. I, for myself, ended up pulling a card from a deck after asking where I was from, and Lemuria had come up. So for me, that's how I found it, okay? You are also a tarot reader, so you may feel connected to divine through many different tools, and the cards may be one of them. Spirit, give me some information on the ancestor who is assisting our light angel Starseed. Yes. Thank you. Yes, family. So, yes, I was guided to give this message so that we can know how we're being helped, who we're being helped by, because so much can be so mysterious. But sometimes it's like, if I could just know, sometimes here and there, who is here, who is being my grandest sister here in this now moment that is so strong right now, right? I just feel such a gravitational pull towards everything that's happening, okay? So I'm seeing that there are many ancestors and spirit guides assisting you at this moment with the 7 of Cups dropping here, okay? Very beautiful. Okay, give us more information. Can we get a little more specific? Okay, I'm also seeing Scorpio on this card for the options here. There's so many different assisters here for you on this journey in the now moment. This is why you may feel like you have so many different ways that you can go on your path, spiritual counseling, spiritual developing as in like divination and things like that. Spiritually helping, assisting others with their energy, assisting others with curse breaking, finding the niche. You're like, oh, I want to find a niche. You are the niche. You know how to do everything. You've accessed a lot this lifetime and you've had a lot of help. Okay, so the masculine energy here. I'm seeing a masculine energy here who has been a big instrument in you. I'm hearing too many cards, please. With you saving and this time. For some reason, you feel called to save as much as possible. Maybe you're saving for a dream project. Maybe you're saving for a dream travel trip. Maybe you're saving for a self-development course. Maybe you're saving for a business endeavor where you're trying to develop a course for others. And you're like, well, I need to save up money in order to, be able to financially push this project the way that I need to. And I'm one of the only people who provides monetary means for myself, you know? And there's multiple streams of income I'm hearing for you that you may be accessing at the time, or also deciding that, hey, this is a talent that I have. Hey, this is a place where I want to extend my reach, right? So, yeah, let's dive into that. I'm also seeing a feminine energy here with a swords. Okay, we have a page of swords energy. This is reminding me of like an auntie, okay? And this other card here reminds me of like an ancient love, right? Who's here to assist you. And that can be in any way of a soulmate, like a deep friend in the past who may have been a part of your, big endeavors and always been that accountability partner for you is what I'm hearing. So yeah, with the Page of Swords here, I'm seeing a spirit guide or ancestor who is very vigilant. They are a big instrument in your thirst for knowledge here this lifetime. Okay. A big reason of why your mind has expanded into this very I'm hearing complex simplicity. Okay. This ancestor is very curious about, I'm hearing like the way that you decide to travel on this path, right? It's like everyone gets their chance, but your ancestors like, I want to watch the way that you do it. All of us had the chance to show us their path, show us their way. But in this moment, we want to see what you're going to do when you have the talking stick, when you have the stage, so to speak, right? That's very deep and beautiful. Okay. Tell me more here. Okay, I'm seeing rebirth. You're having a rebirth. Okay. A dark night of the soul, the purge right behind it, which this comes right along with the rebirthing of the self and the selves and the minds and the mindsets and the heart sets, right? Sometimes we can have such a heavy heart space when we're here to balance. We're here to be as light as a feather within our heart, right? So we want to make sure that we're balancing the way that we need to balance here. Okay, one more card, please, from this deck. We'll grab a few more tarot messages, and then we'll move into one final card from my Isis deck. You are royalty, divine. Divine chosen one, I'm hearing. You are royalty. Tell me more about this rebirth, this royalty, this starseed spirit. We have a confirmation with the Ace of Swords here. Okay, this is a very truthful period for you. You're in the age of truth within your life. Okay, You are exercising new ideas, new pathways. I'm hearing new neural pathways. Okay. The mental clarity coming in here as well with the Ace of the Ace of Swords, some of the Ace of Confirmation. But yes, divine breakthroughs, divine truths, divine vision, divine focus, divine clarity, divine success. Okay, and this is because you are able to balance both hemispheres very strong on the air energy here. We have Gemini, Libra, and should be Aquarius. Yeah, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. In the So yes, very strong grip on the truth this lifetime. Any final messages from Mr. Rodites? We'll move into a final group message. Okay, I'm seeing a card that flipped over here. Where are you hiding? Okay. All right, King of Cups. There is a very, very devoted masculine ancestor connected to you right now. This person I'm hearing is assisting you with your emotional IQ. Okay, another Scorpio card here. Okay, looks like a connection to the interconnectedness of the Seven of Cups that came out first. Okay, we do have three different uh, energies here that are assisting you at this time. Okay, allowing you to stay in a position of deep intuitive status. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, heavy on the balance, heavy on the balance. Okay, and I'm hearing that for your dark night of the soul, there has been a lot of deep wounds that have come to the surface, a lot of painful endings, a feeling of, so to speak, with the Ten of Swords here, being stabbed in the back and being left to just bleed. I'm hearing. I really want to say that Melanie Fiona song, but whoever song it is, they sing, I'm bleeding love. I can't hear how it even goes right now, but that's just coming up like that. You're bleeding love, and that is so deep. That is so deep. Like I have never felt the resonance so deeply within my body of the feeling of this. Okay, a deep exhaustion. You may be sleeping a lot. Earlier today, me and a very close friend of mine were speaking of like the Ascension symptoms and how we're both having like the same feelings. And I just recently met this person, so it's like it just shows how deeply and interconnected we can be with our families, with the soul tribe members that we are connected with at the heart space energy and the energetic level. Yeah. So I wish you well with your healing through this deep, deep, passionate fear of the false selves into the most clearest, the most highest, the most who you truly want to be in the now self. Okay. I wish you so much with that. Okay, so our final card here will be a card from our Isis Oracle deck. Let's make some space for one of these big mama jammas. And thank you so much for tuning into this live. If you were able to make time and space and energy for it, I will start to set a time for it right now. I don't have one. It's very intuitive when Spirit asks me to hop on, but pretty soon I'll have a time setting space for us. Two cards did drop out here. Abundance of solstice, a stellar blessing of the celestial goddess of abundance. So as I was speaking, you are spiritual royalty. You do have a deep abundance that is awaiting you. I don't know if you have accessed your Merkaba, but this signal here reminds me of accessing your Merkaba, being in the balance of the masculine and feminine polaric energies of one another. Also, the Eye of Horus dropped here, which I have been called to read from the book. So the Eye of Horus, awakening divine perception. And that's what we're speaking on A good big throughout of this is how this rebirthing is allowing you to come to a searing of these different ideologies and ways of the lower self that have rebirthed into higher ways of those old ways. You understand? I know you do. So yeah, and also with different cards coming out with your emotional equality emotionally emotional intelligence coming into balance instead of like into an equal balance with itself is assisting greatly. It was said from this masculine energy here on the card may remind you of someone, may not. Definitely a silver haired, silver bearded masculine here. Okay, very mature and seasoned in this earth realm. Okay, and they don't have to be anyone who's crossed over. They can, I'm here, they can be someone who is here physically with you now. Okay, Eye of Horus page is on 58 or 85. That may be a very deep number for you. Let's see what Eye of Horus has for us to understand what is happening in this moment during your most divine awakening and ascension in the now. Okay. It says here, the Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. And that's just what I was talking to you about, your intuition, your focus, your, what else was here, your mental clarity coming to a higher standard, right? You've been really, really busy and vigilant in working on the self and working on the soul growth. Very sweet and delicious of you, divine. You have much divine support and protection so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you're divinely protected. And this just speaks on also knowing that you are here to serve yourself and others. You're not here to be selfish to the self or selfish to others that you meet. You're here to be equally balanced in what you give to yourself and what you can provide to others around you when those situations arise. Okay, this is a stamp of divine encouragement, approval, and protection. If you've been wondering about your divine path, about whether you have genuine gifts of healing and insight to share, about whether your inner perception is actually true insight, and whether you will be protected spiritually in certain matters or situations, then this oracle is a confirmation for you. You also have guidance here that your inner sight is expanding yet again. Okay, this is what we've been talking about this rebirthing into this royalty. The royalty speaks of your pineal being decalcified, you being clear in your mind. It's of the highest royal slice you can be because it makes the heart pure. It makes you balance within the body of the decisions that you make, of what you eat, of what you choose to digest daily with your energy, of with your eyes, your outer eyes. So this is for you to understand that you are truly in this space of deep, deep, deep inner reflection, insight, and um, what is the word here? Inner sight. These are gifts of higher clairvoyance, pure knowing, divination, and divine communion, and they all flow in truth from the fountain of the hearts. Okay? We're speaking on you, coming into this beautiful place and space with those who are like the heart at the heart space center with you. You also coming into your very divine gifts of divination, using all tools that have been provided to you to be who you truly have become and want to be on this realm, right? And not being afraid to use those tools because you can sometimes be in a space of using them just for yourself, I'm hearing. But just knowing that you're not here to be selfish with those tools, which is what I had just spoken of. We're here to share our gifts. We're here to connect in all ways with all whom are here, whom want to connect. So with that, I leave you with knowing that You are in one of the most abundant places and spaces within this lifetime for yourself. Our Ace of Swords here confirms that for you. But you're also going through a very deep purging at the moment, okay? But you have so much help, so much support from your divine ancestors, from God, from those whom have come before you, and from those who are here now, physically actually being an instrument in what you're able to achieve in the now by being, like I said earlier, I'm hearing again, your accountability partners, by being a shoulder that you can lean on, because this journey can be arduous as earth angels, as light workers, as healers. Okay. So you're encouraged here to stay in your walk, to stay in the knowing that your ideas matter, that the new perception and lifestyles that you see for yourself matter as well. Okay, you may come from a place and space of living a more minimal, I'm even hearing mediocre, and I don't use that word, lifestyle. It was like you as you're coming into these higher parts of yourself, you want everything to match, and that's just the balance of things. So yes, that's what I'm hearing for you. I do have another spiritual message coming up, because I'm hearing that there are two groups that I'm doing messages for today. So let's dive into message number 2. Thank you so much if you were here for message number 1. All right, message number 2. Let's get these decks shuffled up for you. Spirit guides, spirit, yourselves and higher selves, God, chosen energies here to assist with this message. Are there any other decks that I need to tune into before I grasp onto what is here today? Okay, I'm hearing my chakra deck here. Okay, so I'll be sure to shuffle that and move into that as well. Okay, and then from this deck, we will be utilizing the African Goddess Rising deck as well. Okay, let's get this out. This deck is going to give us energy on what divine feminine energies are assisting you in this moment. Okay. Whose energies are you able to count on? Let's see here. I said Isis herself wants to come out, and that's just more confirmation here for me on that you are of a ancient Egyptian bloodline. Okay, your ancestors are from the dynastic periods. Okay, there are different ones here that you may feel connected to deeply. I know that I myself, just to speak on the resonance of things, have a connection to the 18th dynastic period. Okay, so you may feel guided by different periods. Okay, of the Egyptian ruling eras. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, what we got here? One card flipped over, spell work here. Okay, this could be a you are the spell, the one who spells, and or that you may have been feeling very, it's either yes or no, so very strong nudges of energy that is not connected to yours. So what I can say is definitely do your spiritual hygienic cleansing. Stay in the understanding that you're divinely protected in all realms. I'm hearing physically here, when you're sleeping, going into 5D and above realms, when you're meditating, going to the subconscious, the underworld, the highest self. You have the gift of courage, okay? Stay courageous here. We had a slew of cards drop out. I'm going to receive them today for this deck. Okay, you are a earth angel healer. How sweet is that? So you may very much feel connected to my channel, as it is called the Earth Angel Tribe. I am the Oracle Ishami. I'm sorry if I did not mention that. Sometimes I get so excited and just get straight into the message. Yes, I am your Oracle Ishani, and here we to talk about messages of divine love, sensual understandings of the self, like the sensorial experience of the human nature. Um, we discuss sex. So this is a channel that's geared toward the 18 and up. Okay, but sometimes we can have messages that aren't necessarily geared towards kids, but can be a fit for those who are in the healing period within their life, which I seem to come to understand that we are ascending at all ages. And I'll leave that there. Divine protection and intervention is here. Speaking of those whom are here to assist you on this journey, let's get more insight on them. Who is here to assist the divine on their journey here? Okay. We're seeing towers here. Okay. So the upheaval of possibly your energy that you bring, or the upheaval of, I'm hearing, older lifestyles, old foundations. You know what I mean? Like creating new foundations to stand on. Too many cards here. Okay. You have a very deep spiritual messenger who visits you. I'm hearing in your dreams and sometimes during your meditations. Okay. This may be a being whom is very, I'm hearing, sharp in their communications. Okay, we have the page of swords here. I'm hearing very sharp in their communication with you, like they're straightforward. They said what they said. They came to tell you the truth. No, I'm hearing, what's it called? Like with no chaser type shit. Like you're gonna swallow this whole truth. Okay, we got the Three of Wands here, showing the patience that your ancestors have given you to be in stillness, to be in the thick of things, but to also be able to wait, to have that temperance, to have that confidence, that foresight, that inner knowledge, that progression, expansion, and divine intervention is always at play. Okay. Hearing witty ancestors, okay? Like y'all be kicking the shit, laughing, kicking, okay? um, you have a very deep, funny, comical, and humorous relationship with your spirit guides and ancestors, where like this is not like trying to play any type of low vibrational energy, but like your ancestors be cussing at each other, okay? Like dead ass, that's what I'm hearing. And that, it's not in a negative way. We have a King of Pentacles, a very so you may be working on some deep financial projects, I'm hearing, where your ancestor who's here to assist with that may have been like a millionaire of the family, um, who is no longer here with you all. So let's say you may have heard stories about a grandfather, an uncle, a brother, a grandfather in the past within you guys' bloodline, whom was a very lucrative businessman, right? That's what I'm hearing. And once again, another word I don't truly use on a daily basis. Lucrative is what I'm hearing, but like a very getting to the money type of energy, right? With the King of Pentacles and one of those very, very high energies here. Okay, we're seeing Taurus as the earth energy represented here on the card. Okay, a king of materials. Okay, teaching you how to secure that bag to be abundant and reliable. Okay, and then I'm seeing the Hermit. So there's a few ancestors helping you here. One ancestor is a little more on the quiet side, where they, give you those gentle nudges, of what you are, wow, of what you are experiencing at this time, right? This isolation on the spiritual journey, as you're soul searching, as you're wondering, why in this moment do I have to be alone? Why in this moment have I been called to silence? The external silence, right? So just let it know, dear Virgo, with this card, that every single thing that you go through is for a reason, right? And it has a season, just like there's seasons throughout the world. We have seasonal periods within this journey, right? And this is a season for isolation, hibernation, inner reflection, okay? And I did have a card here that dropped out, the Ten of Swords here, showing us that like you are in a very deep healing space, and that once again you may spell work showing up here, be feeling like there is a betrayal that you sense around you, but that you can't quite see, hold, right? Like you want to see it and hold it in your hand, in your atmosphere. But sometimes you don't need to see or hold anything. Trust it for what you know it is, and accept it for what you know it to be. Okay? Within synchronicities here, I did say in the beginning of the first deck here, that deck's message that we were dealing with. These are two different piles if you're watching this video. I will try my best to timestamp this to make sure that there is a dividing between the two messages. But these messages are interconnected, so you may feel definitely deeply guided to watch number one if you're just watching number two, or number two if you're watching for number one, because the card for 333 has come up, which I spoke of, was definitely an angel number that had been coming up for me throughout the week, and it has now dropped onto the table. Okay, so 222, 444, 555 also came up right before I started this reading, a little after 6 o'clock this morning, 1111 and 1010. Okay, wake up is here, so you're in an awakening period, and you don't quite as you're coming into this place of self-development, of the awakening process, you are in a space of not quite understanding that, and I'm just going to be candid here, that it's not your job to wake others. It is your job to share your experience, right? But it's not your job to awaken others. Everyone has their own time, season, just like the plants, just like what else has its different times and seasons? Just everything here, pregnancy, I'm hearing, like it has to come in its time. You cannot force these things, right? It has to mature. I'm seeing Atlantis here. Okay, so you may feel very guided towards stories about this Atlantis period, about this I don't want to call it underwater, but I do hear about it being underwater. But yeah, this other magical and mythical and esoteric place, right? And then you're also being guided here to sage your space, especially if you're feeling like there is spell work here at play. I definitely encourage you here to be sure that you are saging those areas, smudging yourself, which is just bringing the sage around yourself like so. Your head, your arms, your body. You can do this for yourself. Bring it all around yourself and just cleanse yourself from head to toe. Okay. Thank you so much, Isis. Final message coming out here. Some of the Isis guides us here to understand that all of your help, it comes from the internal and external around you, right? And from other dimensions. You're so connected by not just the people of the now. Okay. Wake up and understand this energy within yourself to even be able to connect and have these very fun and um, mind-blowing interactions with your spirit guides and what they bring you to through your initiations this lifetime. just stay encouraged in that you are on the right path. And that's just something me and another friend was talking about today, where it's like we get these little simple nudges that are just here to simply remind you, I see you from your spirit guides. I see you. I ain't forgot about you. I'm still here with you. I still respect your walk, right? And your journey of who confirmation with the silence, and the journey of who we know you are ascending into, who we are watching, initiating you into becoming, right? Because that is who we could not be. So now we lift you up. We help you. Wings of Isis here. That just as I'm saying, we lift you up from our ancestors. We help you to come to this understanding of who you are this lifetime, what we couldn't do, so that you can walk in that, so that you can talk in that, so that you can teach the ones who come after you and the ones that are now with you what that looks like, what that feels like. Welcome to your new life, your rebirth. The scarab here is here to remind you that we're here for the constant repatterning, the constant undoing and redoing of the self. Okay? Uniting with the angelic self is what the wings of Isis says underneath here. Okay? As we're saying that you are this earth angel here to assist with the healing here on this dimensional plane. Okay? Here to dispel the spells. Excuse me. Here whom is divinely protected and intervened for. Okay? Let's hear what the wings of Isis has to say from our winged mother goddess. The wings of Isis. Yes. Okay. The wings of Isis uniting with the angelic self. You have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic worlds. Part of your soul's purpose is to birth angelic consciousness and values such as fearlessness, compassion, and service into this human culture. Okay? As we were speaking of you coming in with this earth angel healer energy, where you are here to bring heaven on earth, where you are here to remind others that we're not just here to be, we're here on a mission to make every place, every space, every heart like just flutter with unconditionalities, especially when it comes to love. So I'm here. Okay. This oracle brings you angelic assistance and intervention and confirmation that any impressions you may have had that you belong not only to the human kingdom, but also to the angelic one is correct. You have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic world and are helping to birth angelic qualities of fearlessness, light, service in the greater good, and alignment of divine will into human form. This is no small task, and although you're well equipped to succeed, there are beings that wish to assist you so that they may grow too, and that your success may be more graceful and swift. Isis, divine winged mother, goddess and angel of healing, wishes to assist you with that unconditional love now. You are guided to accept angelic assistance and ask for Lady Isis, who loves you unconditionally, to assist you with integrating angelic energies into your consciousness and life. You will be asked to lift yourself up to higher and higher vibrational states of awareness. And this may mean letting go of certain relationships, practices, or states of being, or even practical habits or thought patterns that will lower your vibration into fear, doubt, or shame. Give yourself permission to just let this happen. You do not need to force anything. It is a matter of softening, allowing, and trusting what feels right for you with absolute faith and bold, radical acceptance. It will all be okay. Okay? There are others like you on this planet, beloved initiate. Though far from the majority, you occupy a special role in the evolution of human consciousness, and it connects more deeply and twines with the natural world. The more you accept this part of you, The more you show joy into the world, others like you. You will just feel comfortable with each other because you all hold a similar refined vibration. Even in the midst of ordinary everyday relationship, there is a sense of easy connection, mutual understanding, and spiritual acknowledgement. This oracle is also a confirmation that if you have been asking to connect with your angel, praying to a particular angel or an archangel, or have been thinking more about angels lately, that genuine connection has been made between you and the angelic kingdom. The angels send you love and peace now and say, "We are with you, beloved one." So that is your message from our Queen Mother Isis, our winged goddess of 10,000 names. Okay? She is here to assist you in this path of balance, in this path of rebirth and radical transformation, is what I'm hearing. Like, that is huge, like the phoenix being birthed from the ashes. And these ashes are every fucking thing you've burned down, you've seared, you've learned to let go of, you've left in the dust in order to birth yourself into whom you are now. I'm seeing the eye of Horus. It's over my table at all times when I'm divining here, but I'm literally seeing it in my third eye. It's just like a white light. Okay, and that connects us back to the first pile, which Eye of Horus had come up as our Isis Oracle divination card. Okay, so as I said, you may feel very connected to pile one as well as pile two, as all things are interconnected. But once again, I'm Ishani. I thank you for your time, your love, your patience, your presence, for expansion, and your unconditional love. Thank you for visiting my channel. I hope that you like, share, subscribe, send this to other earth angels who you know that are healing, who you know that are striving to grow in this moment, who you know that are purging, who you know that are rebirthing. This is so deep. This is so sweet. And once again, I thank you. Take care.